Yo, 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 it's your boy Glow. You know who it is. We coming downtown and we just gonna jump right into it. You know what we doing. I hope y'all chilling. I hope y'all grabbing a snack. We're gonna get right into it. Today we are doing our reactions. Make sure y'all go check out my brother, Wrestling Gifts. Legitimately love his content. Love his content. One of the best content creators on YouTube. Shout out, man. Let's get straight into it. We are watching Peak Angle.
Kurt Angle is without a doubt one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Everybody and their mom knows that. But when it comes to the 2000s, there was no wrestler that was tweaking more than prime Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle in his prime, to simply put it, was a maniac. And goddamn, do I love prime Kurt Angle. No, this was a...
Would y'all consider prime Kurt Angle early 2000s SmackDown? Or are y'all saying TNA? That's the real question. Personally, I think I would have to give it to TNA Kurt Angle.
special time to be alive, because this man was running around doing the wildest shit for absolutely no reason. Especially in the mid 2000s, when Kurt Angle reached a certain point of his career, he just started tweaking and became a
Hey, that's a game. I just played that today. I was playing the Wii. I played it on the Wii, boys.
totally different man. And there are so many memories and moments that I remember that are some of the wildest moments I've ever seen in wrestling history. The first memory I have of Kurt Angle was not drinking milk or being the Olympic hero. No,
That just said daddy. And that's what I say when I think of Kurt.
I remember Kurt Angle just straight up being a psycho.
Wait, pause.
I first saw Kurt Angle in 2004, and this was the year that he was named the general manager of SmackDown, and he was going to be running the show, and everything was cool until one episode. To simplify the storyline, the Big Show was walking around and couldn't find a Big Mac, so he got angry, and for some reason he started bullying
Hey, that looked wrong. That looked wrong.
poor Tori Wilson, and this resulted in Kurt Angle pleading the Big Show to stop. The Big Show was going to chokeslam Tori Wilson off the top of a balcony. What happens instead? Well, it ends up with Kurt Angle getting chokeslammed off the top of the balcony straight to the floor, and they made it seem like Kurt Angle had...
Why he look like that?
Look at his body, look at the positioning, his legs, there was blood leaking out of his
That man just died.
head. I was watching this live, 6 years old, and I knew for sure at that point that Kurt Angle, bye-bye, he's dead, he's never waking up. There was no way he was ever gonna wake up after this. Fam, just look at this. Even the way he was laying there, it looks like one of those crime scene chalk
I was legitimately about to say that. I was about to say he looks like the chalk outlines. I can't believe he said that.
outlines. Now, I knew for sure he was dead. Until 2 weeks later, Angle came back on SmackDown in a wheelchair, which first of all, he had his leg in a cast. What about his head, his neck, his everything? We should have known.
What about his back? He landed on his back and his neck mainly.
At this moment that this Kurt Angle was not, man. This guy was a special breed of a wrestler. I don't know why this guy always amps up. I won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Yo, he should be talking about how he came back to life after dying. But let me tell you, at this exact moment when Kurt Angle came back in the wheelchair, nothing was ever the same again. Kurt Angle in 2004 is when he just started tweaking as the wheelchair general manager. He abused his power, he did whatever he wanted, and honestly, he was hilarious. And the
Nah. Whenever he was the GM for SmackDown in 2004, that shit was hilarious. He would find any way to just I don't know. Kurt Angle is legitimately a generational talent. He put smiles on people's faces all the freaking time. And you got milk.
The best part was, a few months later, you found out the whole time he was faking his injury, and when he came back as a wrestler, he just let it loose, and he was a straight-up menace to society. On an episode of SmackDown in 2004, in a tag team match against the Big Show and Eddie, when Big Show was left all alone in the ring, Kurt Angle just went outside to ringside, went under the announcers' tables, pulled out this big-ass case. It looked like a Predator missile from Modern Warfare 2, and what does...
Hey, Wrestling Gifts, I'm not gonna lie, I accidentally muted. But Wrestling Gifts, you are right on the freaking point. That did look like a fucking Predator missile.
Guy pulled out on network television. He just casually pulls out a strap, and this strap looked like it was straight from the Super Nintendo, and he started moving around like he was playing Duck Hunt. He pressed circle to crouch, aimed down his sights, and he slid into the ring. He pressed R1, and bang. Kurt Angle
What the heck?
shot the Big Show on SmackDown. What kind of wrestling was this? Just hear that sentence one more time. Kurt Angle shot the Big Show on SmackDown. I was watching this live.
But why?
As a kid, and I really thought that this time Big Show was dead. Yeah, Kurt Angle survived his near-death experience, but this man just got shot. There is no way he's alive. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I know it.
If I do recall, didn't they say it was horse tranquilizer?
Idea what a tranquilizer was back then? All you see is Big Show just stumbling and tumbling. Meanwhile, Kurt Angle was smiling and drooling all over the damn place. And then this psycho just gets on top of him with his goons and just starts shaving his head in the ring. Shaving the Big Show's head after shooting with the tranquilizer while thousands of people just stood there and watched. Then in 05, things just got
That might be harassment.
more and more out of hand. Now, what's worse than shooting a guy with a tranquilizer and shaving his head? Well, you're about to find out. Because first, he brought back the legendary Sensational Sherry to help him sing his own version of Shawn Michaels' theme song.
Oh, yes.
Kurt, sexy Kurt, I'll make your ankle hurt. Alright, that's cool. You don't respect an amazing song.
Nah, he's underselling it. That shit is legendary. It's the best theme song I ever heard. Kurt Angle should walk down to that song every time he comes out, and I will put that on my life.
Kurt Angle, I love him. Hope it goes platinum. And then he just puts the 47-year-old woman in an ankle lock for no reason. But nothing was as wild as what this man was able to do with Charmel. He found himself in the feud with Booker T, and it was just a normal wrestling feud until he started walking around stalking Booker T's wife. And then one day in an interview, just flat out says this.
I want to have sex with your wife.
Go back.
One day in an interview, just flat out says this.
I want to have sex with your wife. Bestiality sex.
Whoa. Bestiality sex? Kurt, what are you talking about, my dog? Or I don't even know if I should say dog in that sentence, bruh.
Yo, I'm telling you, straight up menace to society. And of course.
Now I can understand why I got bullied for wrestling.
What does he end up doing? In a match with Booker T, he's beating up Booker T in the ring, and he just runs away in the middle of the match, runs backstage, goes to Booker T's locker room, opens the door, stares at the camera with his creepy ass smile, and he just does his thing. Look at his face. What is wrong with him? This is not a normal human being. Kurt Angle, 1 month was having a 5-star classic at WrestleMania with Shawn Michaels. The next month, he was doing this. As 2005 went on,
Did Booker not come? Like, I don't remember this.
Maniac just kept tweaking. He moved to Raw, he wilded out there. I'll never forget this random ass woo-off with Ric Flair.
Woo! Nah. I'll win the woo off. Trust me. I want to get chopped. I want to get chopped. Give me a good chop.
He beat Cena, and it was cool. You know, for the past year and a half, Angle was just having fun. I mean, I guess if you want to...
That is not fun. That is basically saying you are taking advantage of somebody. Nope.
Fun, I don't know, but little did we know, in mid-2005 was when the legend of Kurt Angle was being born. Now you might say, Wrestling Gifts, what exactly is Kurt Angle? Kurt Angle was when Kurt Angle, after his countless injuries, was so addicted to painkillers that they gave him superpowers, and he became a superhero, Kurt Angle. Now listen, it might sound like I'm glorifying drug use, I'm not, okay? But when Kurt Angle became Kurt Angle, he became such a beast.
And I just want to elaborate on this. I just saw a video of Kurt Angle talking about this. Guys, do not walk up to him and call him Kurt Angle and stuff. Like, people have feelings too. Like, yes, he had banging matches at this time, but this was a dark time for him.
and he started doing shit that did not make any sense whatsoever. By mid-2005, Kurt Angle said himself that he was taking 65 extra strength vitamin pills a day at the height of his addiction problem. And
Vicodin, buddy. Vicodin.
could you really blame him? Okay, he had broken necks, broken this, broken that, needed the painkillers to survive. By 2006, Kurt Angle was in full effect and the legend began. And what made Kurt Angle so insane was, even though everything personally for him was going downhill, but somehow in the ring, this guy was in his prime. And that's why Kurt Angle is this mythical figure. In 06, once he became a wrestling machine and put that mouth guard in his mouth, it was over. It was done. He became a superhero. But like I said, this was not good for him. This was obviously the worst thing he could possibly do. So what happens? He gets released from the WWE in his prime at what seemed like it was going to be the peak of his career. Kurt Angle was let go from the WWE.
And to elaborate on that, I have never watched Kurt Angle live besides in TNA because I started watching WWE in like 2007, and then I started watching TNA in 2011. And whenever he was fighting Sting and stuff, I was watching finally. I didn't get to see Kurt Angle in his prime or nothing.
But Kurt Angle, man, he was not going to stop wrestling. No. He was still going to wrestle, and he signed with another wrestling company, TNA Wrestling. In a move that shocked the industry, Kurt Angle jumped over to TNA, and just from the video that announced his signing, you just knew that this man was going to go mental. So Angle signed with TNA, made his...
Kurt, we getting a lot of things about you that are just creepy, man. Like, creepy. You're giving us some creepy stares today.
Debut in what was such a hype moment against Samoa Joe, and for the next 5 years, while popping 60 pills a day, this man risked his life and his body, and he was doing things with his body that shouldn't be possible. Just look at this stuff. He pulls up to TNA, and he just, it's a wrap. Shortly after his debut, he has a match with Sting. What does he do? He goes to the top rope. He's stumbling and tumbling off balance, and just casually jumps in the air and does a 450 splash / knee drop, whatever the hell that was. This was a 200.
I bet that hurt Sting.
120-pound Olympic heavyweight wrestler doing this. Why? How? Huh? Even Kevin Nash was just there like, okay. He would go out there, get DDT'd off the top of the rope. He made the main event Mafia, started calling himself the Godfather, and he did this.
I do know about the main event Mafia, actually, because I did go back and watch that. Because, I'm a big Jeff Hardy stan.
Ladies and gentlemen, this iconic Kurt Angle moment, this is the peak of Kurt Angle.
And I know he wasn't in it. I'm just saying, like, I watched TNA whenever he was in it.
This madman did a flying senton off the...
Like, anything that... I don't know. I'm a big wrestler nut. Just know that I'm not lying. I never seen Kurt Angle, but I know about... Or I have seen... Okay. On to the next thing. I'm just stumbling.
Top of the ramp for no reason whatsoever. No, I'm genuinely serious.
That was nasty.
Abyss didn't even know that Angle was gonna do this. He was just standing there, looks up, and just sees Angle do a senton. Look at the height, look at the speed. Kurt, what are you doing? Same match. Oh yeah, how about ladies and gentlemen?
That's what he looked like.
Why not? Right? It's not like I'm gonna feel it. Might as well just do it. Whoever taught Kurt Angle how to do a senton should be...
That's crazy. Not like I'm gonna feel it.
Because he just kept going and going. More sentons to Mick Foley over tables. Started doing ladder matches where he falls out the ring in animations that look like it's straight from a video game. He was literally out there just killing himself. For more details on his team
Hold up. Go back.
that look like it's straight from a video game, he was literally out there just killing himself.
Oh, Jeff Jarrett, you didn't even hit the table. Oh, I feel bad for Jeff.
So, for more details on his TNA run, please go check out Marky RPD123's video. He covers everything, and it's one of my favorite videos of his I've ever seen. But yeah, speaking of Kurt Angle, during this time, did I mention that his wife left him and he had a bunch of DUIs? I feel so bad for Mr. Angle in this. Like, it's so sad because his life was just going downhill, but he was just leaving it all out in the ring. But I'm serious, there is no way you can look at me and not tell me that from 06 until 2011, Kurt Angle did not have superpowers. But the absolute peak of Kurt Angle took place at Lockdown 2010. It was a steel cage match, Anderson versus Angle, and the fact that I mentioned steel cage...
I did see this match whenever he jumped off the top. That was insane, bruh. Moonsault, like what?
You guys already know what went down. He had done it once before back in 2001 but missed, but this time he was in 2001. Kurt Angle, he was Kurt Angle. After 20 or so minutes of killing each other, Angle was on top of the and he simply said, yo, at this point, what do I even say? Roll the clip. What the... Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle in the mid to late 2000s. It started off as, haha, oh my god, Angle is crazy, he's shaving heads and making people tap to, yo, oh my god, Kurt Angle is on one right now. Can someone please get him out the ring? This man was absolute...
Was that man's favorite move? Every time he sees somebody or down the stage, he's like, hold up, let me do a running senton.
But still carried TNA Wrestling on his back, risking it all every single night, going above and beyond what he needed to do. The bean was kicking in, everything was kicking in, and as funny as it is to joke about it and crazy everything that happened, don't forget how sad this truly was. Shout out to Kurt Angle, he's a legend, he's a GOAT. Thank God that he's clean, he's sober, and he's living his...
Thank God. Thank God. I'm so happy he's clean. He's still clean to this day because this was like 2 years ago. He's still clean, and I am thankful for God. He just showed up with his daughter or at the Royal Rumble the other night, actually.
Best life, but this time period, honestly, it just leaves me speechless. What a time it was to be alive.
Okay, thank y'all for coming out. I just want to say my final thoughts. Wrestling Gifts makes the best content on YouTube about wrestling. Besides me. Not really. He makes way better content than me. But go subscribe to my boy Pat. He deserves it. Like, he's amazing and everything. And I just want to say thank y'all for enjoying the video. See y'all next time. And I'll see y'all. Phew.